Hey there, pilgrims. Greetings from Melbourne. It's about 3:30 a.m. and I am so jet lagged still. I've been back 2 nights now, and this is the second night that I haven't been able to sleep. So I thought I might as well do the videos for the Camino Finisterre that I did after the Camino Portuguese and post it. So this is by way of an introduction to my whole series. It's only going to be about 4 or 5 videos because that's how long it took for us to walk from Santiago to Finisterre. A couple of things that you need to note, and I didn't really know this, is that the Camino Finisterre from Santiago to Finisterre, or if you want to use the Galician language, Fisterra, is not a recognized Camino, so you won't get a Compostela, and I think you won't also get a distance certificate. However, if you walk it backwards, say from Murcia to Finisterre to Santiago, then you will get a Compostela and you will get a distance certificate, I think. Anyways, just check it all, at the Pilgrim's office or at the Santiago Tourism office before you embark, just to make sure that you fact check what I've said. Anyhow, the Finisterre Camino for me was really beautiful. I was really taken by the lushness of the countryside. And you'll see, of course, being in Galicia, it rained, but there were moments of real beauty. So, as you know, Jess flew in from Colorado in the US the night before we set off. And because of that and of the celebration that we did in the tapas restaurant to celebrate our Camino Portuguese completion with the others, I actually didn't get time to go to the Pilgrim's Mass. I actually think that the Pilgrim's Mass is something that every pilgrim going to Santiago, especially for the first time, should experience. It is really something that I think, especially if they swing the Botafovarum. I'm sorry, I can't say that word very well, but it's that big, giant silver ball of incense. It's quite a unique experience to witness. So I didn't go to Pilgrim's Mass, but I did go at the end, and you'll see in probably the last video that I will show in this series. All right, well, without any further ado, here now is the first day of my Camino Finisterre. Enjoy. Good morning, everybody. Surprise! I haven't finished. Well, I'm heading out now to the Camino Finisterre, and whilst it is not recognized as an official Camino route, we're going to do it. I was going to walk to Finisterre the last time I was here back in October 2024, but I had to get home. So anyway, we're doing it this year. There's a big group of us, well, big-ish. So it should be good. However, it is absolutely pouring outside, and it's really cold, 15 degrees. As you know, I normally walk in shorts, but I'm just rethinking whether or not I should actually put on some long pants. But I don't know, it's going to be really cold. 15 degrees, top off, currently 14. 20 kilometers today, and I believe it's going to be a very big hill at the very start, so we're all a little bit nervous. So yeah, see you later, Santiago de Compostela. I'll be back before I head to the airport in a week's time. Anyway, let's get the day started. Subscribe. The wine that we poured into our shells are Ribeiro, as we sat and bask in the beauty of the cathedral in Santiago as we walk in. I'm excited about meeting the others for our Camino Finisterre. We didn't get much of a rest after the Portuguese, but I think it's nice to have some momentum. Santiago, as usual, looks beautiful in the morning, and it's still, as ever, iconic. Gorgeous. Even though the rain was relentless. And the building and the streets glisten with rain, as usual. This is my second time in Santiago, and I can't remember it ever not raining. The tall buildings always shrouded in mist. Alright guys, this is the famous tunnel that most pilgrims walk through at the end of their walk. So it's a really cool tunnel. I wanted to show you. Usually there's a bagpipe that plays just in front of that green door there. Careful, they're flying. As always, it's raining, but we're on our way to meeting 4 of our other friends, because we are going to do the Camino Finisterre, and it's a reunion. You know what? If you watch my 41 vlogs on the Camino Frances, you would have recognized many of those faces. All right, vamos! There they are. It never gets old. There's my mates. A reunion to last a reunion.
It's past.
12:01, 2 o'clock, more rain.
100% about 10.
All right. Everyone's all ready to go. What an amazing... A bit of a refresher in case you don't recognize all the faces. Of course, you know Margaret, whom I met in Logroño. Then there are Jess and Ivan, whom I met first day of my Camino Frances. And then there's Gunter, whom I met on top of the Alto de Padong on the Frances. And Gaza from Australia, this is his first Camino. Eventually. But thanks for asking.
You know the primary supporter and admin, Tony made the comment about the way out to Finisterre early in the morning.
Does he, is he a Spanish guy?
Is he one?
Okay guys, this is the marker. 89 to Finisterre and 86 to Muxia.
First marker.
Yeah. You will see plenty of these markers and won't be lost on the Camino Finisterre. Good morning. Where are we going, Margaret?
We're off to Fisterra, but today we are heading toward Negreira, where we're going to have an amazing meal because there's a restaurant there that's in the Michelin guidebook.
Exactly.
My son and I ate there twice in one day last year. It was so good, and we had the cheesecake twice as well.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not ashamed to admit.
So you realise that Margaret's only going to Finisterre because she's after a certain cheesecake, not because she wants to pay homage to End of the World twice.
When I went off to Morpagiti.
Oh, he interviewed you. Oh, how fantastic. Isn't that lovely, Gaz?
This time, but I did speak about the Frances and the experience and to have very efficient routes. Because of just broken branches all over.
Oh, they actually told pilgrims not to walk, but you guys did.
No, not the day that we went, because the day after we got into
You had a day off.
Santiago,
Yeah.
it was still wild.
Yep.
And then Mark and I moved the branches all over the place.
Oh, goodness.
It's so deadly.
I can see Mark just getting down there and just moving and shifting the branches from the path.
It was just that, if they fall on your head, that was why. explain.
Yeah, it's not the best way to start.
See you later, Santiago.
Hasta luego.
The last time Jess, me and Margaret looked at that scene, we were walking into Santiago on our Camino Francis.
Yeah. Toes, I don't know about that. The three amigos!
Wait, what is the three amigos? My mom, let's teach Margaret. Okay.
Come on.
Yeah, do it one more time because I totally messed that up. Okay.
The three
Amigos.
I could lose it. I mean, I sort of ums and ahs about my jacket. You know.
No, I'm not losing this.
You better not be, because it's an Australian-made hat.
Having lost a hat, and you've lost a hat on the Camino.
And you two a top each, a
Yeah,
merino
so
wool top,
close,
expensive top each. That would have hurt, seriously.
Yeah, that
What's it like being back on trail, Jess girl? Yeah?
Yeah.
But you've been working and you know, being very physical with the farm stuff
Just
and
breaking her body on different
yes.
things.
We
4 or 5 steps back and onto my rump. I was like, ooh, this is happy.
Did you have to go to medical emergencies? No.
No, just for the bug in my ear.
Oh, how does a bug get into your ear?
Oh.
I mean, I know how, but like, but it
literally,
stays in
like,
there.
I had just stepped out of the trailer and it buzzed past my face, bounced off my cheek, and literally just went whoop. And I was like, no you didn't. And I was home alone.
Oh
And
no.
I literally was running around the yard.
Oh, that would be so annoying. A bug in your ear.
I don't know if it's a stinging,
Oh God.
like I didn't know if it was a stinging insect.
Oh shoot.
And
That would really freak
turns
me
out
out,
it
I
was.
reckon. In the ear. Ugh.
oh, and it had really long antenna.
Oh my God.
So it was like bouncing. It was tapping my eardrum. So that was like a whole nother. So you go between buzzing and tapping. And I was like, no! She lost her shit.
I can see you running around the house going,
Oh yeah. I go into the kitchen and my sister has like one of those removable faucets, like
Yeah.
the hose. And I just drown that sucker.
into your ear? Oh my God. So you got a waterlogged
Come out
ear.
there using that irrigation.
Oh
No,
gosh, she
I
poured
was
water into her
urgent
ear to
care,
get the
they
bug
tried
out.
irrigating it.
Oh crap.
They couldn't, and they had actually put mineral oil in,
Oh yes.
then caused it to slip in farther
Oh Jesus.
and stick to the side, so they couldn't even see it.
Oh my
It was
Lord.
so far down in there.
Oh my
So
gosh.
they sent me to urgent care or ER
ER.
so they could numb it. They just put some lidocaine drops in my
Yeah.
ear. Irrigation.
Finally the sucker came out.
The ear doc finally just like went in blind with alligator clips and forceps and took him 2 attempts and got it out.
Oh God. It's weird to be going opposite that. The road to Finisterre. No, Finisterre? Fisterra. There are 2 names for the town that we're going to. I think Fisterra is Galician. Please correct me if I'm wrong. And Finisterre might be Spanish. How's everybody today? It was lovely walking into Santiago yesterday. And, you know, we thought at one point that we were going to walk in when it's raining, but it didn't. It was quite dry. It rained obviously before. We all had our poncho on, but I had only my raincoat, this one, when I walked in. So it was quite dry. And then we had a bottle of wine, not that we drank the entire bottle, had it in our shell, and there was photos, and just watching everyone come in was such a joy. This was the 26-kilometer walk from Padron to Santiago, which I forgot to post at the end of yesterday's video. But stay on because I'm going to show you some more about the first day of Finisterre. Stay on this video, okay? Always love sitting and reflecting a little bit before we head to get our Compostela, presented our credential to do that at the Pilgrim's office, and then head to the tourism office to get the credential for the Camino Finisterre. I'm actually not very well. You can probably see it in my face, maybe my voice, but I'm okay. I just haven't been sleeping because we've had some terrible Wi-Fi and I've been trying to upload videos and just collating it. I know you guys liked the Cau d'Estiré. The ones after we met Margaret, the next two weren't very long and not great because one, just catching up with Margaret off camera, and secondly, it was not a lot of content being shot because I was chatting with Margaret too much. And then, you know, the Wi-Fi was really underwhelming. And then I got a little bit ill, actually. I was starting to get a little bit ill in Cau d'Estiré, but then it got worse in Padron. And I was just in bed in Padron that night to the extent that we didn't really have any peppers. In Padron without eating those Padron peppers. Oh, what a travesty. Anyways, I was feeling better as I walked into Santiago. Last night I just couldn't do any editing, couldn't post a video because I was so tired. It just hit me after a glass of wine. But it was lovely to see Jess arriving. And here we are, all 6 of us on the Camino Finisterre or Fisterra. I've got Margaret and Jess at the front. At the back I've got Gary and Ivan, and Gunther has pulled back because he wanted some time to reflect. It also is because I think he had too big a breakfast. I didn't have any breakfast. I was just going to try and grab a coffee. That's not ideal. I think maybe they would say that you should have breakfast, I don't know, before a big walk. But Gunther, you know, as you know, is a pretty big man, so he likes to have a proper breakfast before he sets off. He may have had too much. There's something nice about the yellow of that house. I don't know if I can have this yellow inside my house. In fact, if I do, I probably would paint it like a soft white, not a stark white. But it looks nice exterior in terms of paint. What's that? Oh, a little buggy. Leaving Santiago this morning for Fisterra is always, for me, a joy, because in a sense that you are up early and the movement of the morning really kind of provide a sense of rhythm to the city, you know. And I captured some beautiful footage of 2 adorable nuns. You'd have seen that in my early part of this video, and it was just so fantastic. I don't know, just says something about the city, you know. And then just walking out to the Finisterre trail, it's not that well marked, but there is a road that takes you out to the markers, where you've got 2 markers, one saying Muxía, the other one saying Fisterra, and then you would then take the path. It's been a little bit up and down in terms of the terrain. According to Margaret, because I don't look at such things sometimes, there's a huge hill towards the end, so I'm not really looking forward to that. As you know, I'm not too well, but got a bit of a head cold, that's all. But let's see. There are 2 cats having a stare off. It's really pretty. There's that cat, second cat, and 2 horses. a very pretty path. I told the group that I wanted to walk in parts alone today because I think the first part of the Camino Portuguese, or the Camino Portuguese, was quite social. And so I think the Finisterre Camino, I'm going to just do some more solo walking. It's starting to rain, but it's beautiful. It's very lush, lots of ferns. Reminds me a bit of walking through the Dandenongs. Are forests very different around the world? Don't think so. Also too, there's heaps and heaps of eucalyptus trees. And I know from various discussions with people that the Spaniards don't really like, or the Galicians don't really like eucalyptus trees. They think it's a menace to their ecology. And maybe they're right, because the leaves tend to drop a lot and it dries up the ground, which kills native plants, flora and fauna. So to the monk that introduced eucalyptus trees, so a lot of you have asked, how do I, break away from talking to pilgrims? And that could be your people who you travel with and you love them, or it could just be pilgrims you've just met along the way. Well, it's quite easy. One, you can pretend you've got to check your phone and then you just fall back, or you might need to, have a swig of water and then you just fall back. And then you could just also, stop for a cafe con leche or an orange juice. And the other thing too is, to tie your shoelace, whether it's real or not. It's just a way for you to, drop back, and then you find yourself walking alone again, which is exactly what I did. I did have to tie my shoelace, and then I thought, I've caught up with the girls, with Jess, for a good part of the start, and so now I'm just going to walk on my own, and there's a certain beauty of that in that. I also know that I've got the boys behind me too, and I'm sure they're keeping an eye on me, so there's some safety there. Not that there's anything to worry about, because I feel so at home in Galicia, and I think Finisterre is turning out to be really beautiful. See? Just gorgeous. Look at the beautiful moss. Just stunning, this walk. Lovely fog. Isn't that gorgeous? So cute. You won't get lost because there are way markers everywhere. So cute. Stone houses, which might cost a bomb to maintain, but nevertheless. I blew out. Whoopsie, nearly missed the marker. I was listening to the Spaniards behind us talking about something, trying to listen into their conversation. Okay, looking for a coffee bar now, please. Oh, look, an Oreo ahead. Can you see it? Look at this, guys. Isn't that gorgeous? 2 in a row. I would like to build an Oreo for my garden. It's not a very big garden, so the Oreo can't be too big. But if anyone has a building plan for an Oreo size dimension, can you please let me know? I'd appreciate it. Thank you. I can send you my email. It's a bit Blair Witch Project, some parts. Oh my goodness. Ouch. Because of the eggs shortage, I've noticed this trip.
Oh.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, we're going to steal that just. I am going to slowly do this next time, but sriracha maybe. That's more my sauce, but still, this is good. First coffee on the Camino Finisterre. Taste test.
Is there in Australia?
Yes, there is.
Because if there was, if they had bird flu here, all the
Just because I know you're limited with this. But you can buy it in supermarkets, yeah. But you know what? This is so, it's going to give you a bit of a kick. And I'm going to go to the supermarket and get one. Well, they're all quite elderly, so. Oops. I think we should go. Well, the strategy is to wait a little bit longer. You might get a dry gap because Margaret and Jess have just left, and then 1 minute later the heaven opened, and I think they would be drenched by now, but we stay back a little bit. So I'm heading out now with Gaz, and Ivan and Gunther are still eating breakfast. It's really funny. He was talking about how he keeps those showers on. You know how those albergue showers have like 1 minute and then it stops? Well, he somehow managed to bring with him a bungee cord, and he straps it to the shower washer, and yeah, he gets a long flowing water without any interruptions. I'm not saying that I'm recommending that, but you know, that's what has been a solution. So that's for bikes. And this is the thing, you know, if you're going to go down, 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 which is what we're doing, it just means that there's going to be going up, up, up. But we are anticipating a huge hill at the end of this stage coming up. The rain has ceased now. Margaret and Jess would have been caught in that big downpour, but that's okay. Oh, isn't that interesting? What is that? What is it?
Probably got stuff on them.
Is that for pilgrims?
No, they put for sale. Stuff they put for sale different times.
Oh, look at these Oreos. There's 2 of them. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, we're going to build them. I'm going to try and get one done. Aren't they pretty? I mean, they're cool. They're not pretty. Look at the fog coming in. I think we're going to have to climb that mountain. Oh, look how beautiful that is. And that's a coffee bar. Little rural village. Stunning. Oh, big truck. I look like a condom. Beautiful bridge. Woo! Oh, it's so cool. So slippery. Okay, we are about to ascend a 2-kilometer hill climb. It's going to be tough. And the rain has started to come down hard now. Whew, 2Ks, let's go. Uphill. Oh, wow, look at that rain. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I think we should keep going. It's such a climb. And you can't really tell, but that's really, really steep. And it's a 2K. Everything is wet. My socks. I think this poncho, I can feel it clammy, so I don't think it stands to the test. But let's see at the end. I didn't put on my raincoat. I just thought maybe we'll just do a poncho today. Anyway, it's horrible. There's 2 pilgrims there sheltering. And it's just all very, very, very wet. Oh, look at this. It's so beautiful and red. Definitely eucalyptus trees. I know, they're a menace. Anyways, isn't it gorgeous? Okay, this is the terrain, second half of the trail. And then you get this dirt road all the way. My feet are soaked through. I didn't pack an extra pair of socks because I wanted to lighten my load. Does anyone know what this is? What is it? It kind of comes out from like a fence or behind the fence. And it seems to be, it's not a chimney. There's a pipe out of it. Maybe it's a water thingy? I don't know. Let me know if you know what this is. It's on long concrete. Yep. We are walking through the most pretty village I've seen yet. Actually, all villages are pretty, but it's pretty, this town. Wall of Fisterra. And look at these lovely murals. And of course the beef. That's not funny. Isn't that the cutest Oreo? I would like this Oreo for my house. It's like fairyland. It's so pretty. It's all ivy cladded. And the trees, they're all covered in beautiful moss. It's like they're wearing a moss dress, you know? And look at this, the windy road. Oh, it's a windy thingy. How come nobody gets excited about moss like I do? Look up. This is what I mean by the most beautiful mossy, mossy, mossy forest. I could film this all day. Just absolutely stunning. Look at that. Oh, Spanish apples. Whew, the sun is out and we're heading into Albergue San Jose. That's where we're staying tonight. I don't have any more storage. This guy is a migration statue and here's who he's left behind. Beautiful. I just bought this. €5. Ah!
There's nobody's
Dinner. Look at that big ham. Oh my gosh, Gunther, Ivan, and Gaz have missed out. The coats of the Camino and the girls of the Camino. We are at a very posh restaurant. It's on the Michelin Guide and it's a girls' dinner with the three of us. Oh, that looks amazing. Jeff has got monkfish and prawns. Café con leche, por favor. Oh, gracias.